we're going to start. I hope you can all see my screen there. And we're going to start looking at this hand. This was actually a hand I sent out in email about the best way to try to make 6 no trump on this hand. And actually, I used this hand in another lesson about a year ago. And after the lesson, we played a hand that was very similar to this. It was actually this hand here played in May 2021. And this was the recommended bidding on this one: 2 no trump, 3 clubs, 3 diamonds, 6 no trump. And if we look at the traveller here, we can see that nearly everyone was in 6 no trump here, but quite a few people went down. So I thought that was interesting, and I thought we'd start by looking at this hand played in different ways and try and figure out the best way to make 6 no trump. So we'll look at it played in a few different ways. This is one of the times it was played. And just to go over the bidding again, East here has got a balanced hand with, I think, 20 points or so, 21 points. And they open 2 no trump. Their partner bids 3 clubs, which is Stayman. East bids 3 diamonds because they've got no 4-card major, and West goes to 6 no trump. And South on this occasion led a diamond. And let's have a look at the 2 hands together. And I'd like you to start off by counting how many top tricks Declara has. And in a moment, I'm going to launch a poll. And the question will be, how many top tricks does Declara have? Top tricks are tricks you can take right away without losing the lead, and count them up and tell me how many top tricks you definitely have. In a moment, I'll launch a poll on the matter. So here comes the poll. Okay, we'll end the poll there. 5 people haven't answered, but let's share the results. And most of you, 74% have gone for 11, but 9% went for 10 and 17% went for 12. So let's go back and have a look at this, and let's count our top tricks. And I agree with you that it is 11 because you've got 2 spades, 4 hearts, 2 diamonds, and 3 clubs. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You have 11 top tricks. So if you gave an answer other than 11, you need to practice your counting of top tricks. There is one difficulty, I suppose, with 11 tricks, which is the heart suit is a little bit blocked, and it might be a little bit tricky to make 4 tricks there, but you just have to play the cards in the right order, and you should manage to make 11 definite tricks there. Okay, if anyone disagrees with that, do let me know. And what are the prospects to making 12 tricks here? Well, there are really 2 chances here. One is clubs, and the other is spades. The spades may divide favorably, or the spade finesse might work. So it's clubs and spades, but I think the better option is definitely clubs here, because we've got 5 and 2 clubs, that's 7. That means your opponents have got 6. There's a chance to make all the clubs if the missing 6 clubs are divided 3-3. So if they're divided 3-3, you'll take the ace, king, queen, and then your last two clubs will be good as well. So, okay, sorry. So you might even make 13, and even if the clubs don't divide 3-3, even if they divide 4-2, I hope you can see that by playing on them, you can make one extra trick. You'll lose a club, but you can make a fourth club. And that's really the way to play this hand, the way to make 12 tricks, your best chance. So this is what happened though on this hand, and I'll just go through it a few times where people went off in it. They led a diamond, Declara won that, and Declara started off by playing clubs. They took the ace and the king and the queen, and at this point, South discards. So if you're counting the clubs at this point, you'll know that there's just one club out and North has it, but the way to make your contract now is to continue in clubs, and you'll definitely make 12 tricks now, while you've still got stoppers in all the other suits. However, this declarer didn't do this. Instead, they turned to their other suits. They started playing the hearts, and they took 3 hearts. They're throwing away their clubs here on the hearts, and on the last heart, they throw away their last club too. And now their only chance is really in the spades. So they crossed over to the king, they cashed the king of spades, and then they played a spade. The finesse lost, and North was able to cash the jack of clubs. So Declara only made 11 tricks on this one because they didn't really go after the clubs, and they didn't realize that from the 7 and 4 they should be able to make one more club trick. Do interrupt me if you have any comments or questions on this. Let's have a look at it played another way. Here the bidding was very much the same: 2 no trump, 3 clubs, 3 diamonds, 6 no trump, and South here led the queen of diamonds. That actually is the right lead. On the previous one, they led their 4th highest, which is not right. Anyway, what did Declara do on this one? Well, they started off winning the diamond. They again started off going for clubs. They played another club. And here they're about to make a mistake, because when they played the king of clubs, they discarded a heart. And if you think back, you were planning to make 4 heart tricks, and now you can never make 4 heart tricks because you've discarded a heart. So they sort of had the right idea here, playing another club, which they lost, but they've set up the 7 of clubs, but they can't make 4 hearts. So what happened was they took a diamond, they played the ace, played another heart, okay, then they crossed to the king of spades, and they took a club here, but they've only got 10 tricks, so they play the spade and they lost the last trick. And again, they only made 11 tricks here. So here the mistake was they played the clubs correctly, but they discarded the hearts. It's why it's so important to count your tricks, to realize you're counting on just 2 spade tricks and 4 hearts, so you must not discard a heart. Let's have a look at it played another time. This was 2 no trump, 3 clubs, 3 no trump, and 6 no trump. And again, they led the 4th highest diamond, the 9, which is not correct, but it didn't matter on this occasion. This declarer started off with the ace of hearts. Then they turned to clubs. They played the ace. They got rid of their jack, crossed over there. And they're about to go wrong here now, because by playing a spade, they are getting back to this hand, but they've now knocked out all the entries to the east hand. So they can never get back to take a 3rd club trick now. So when they play the king and the queen, and unless the suit divided favorably, they cannot make an extra club. So they fell back on the spade finesse, which lost, and North cashed their club. And Declarer was able to make the rest here, but only made 11 tricks again. Okay, so there Declarer had the right idea, but they needed to play the clubs early on while they still had entries to get back to this suit. So finally, let's have a look at it played correctly. Here they opened one club, one heart, three no trump. Maybe they've got a different range for their no trump bid, I don't know. And they started off with the queen of diamonds. They took the king. They played the ace and the jack. That sort of unblocks that suit. Then they played the clubs, the ace, the king, and on the queen, when South discards, they realize they can make a 12th trick now by just playing another club. They throw away a diamond there. And now, whatever happens, they've set up the 4 of clubs as the 12th trick, and they've got an entry there. So they played the rest of this well. They took their 2 hearts, crossed to the king of spades, took their club, and cashed the last spade. So this was one of the times it was played correctly, and that really is the best way to make 12 tricks there, going after the clubs rather than trying to make an extra trick in spades. Anyone got any comments or questions on that one?
Yes, Tony, it's Fiona here. Just a quick question on the bidding. Most people went Stayman. Is that recommended rather than going for, if you know you've got enough points for 6 no trump, to try and find a major fit, or just
I would bid Stayman here. I mean, if the West hand was sort of very flat, maybe not. But here you've got 2 4-card majors and you've got a doubleton, and you could well find that 6 of a major will do better if your partner has a fit. So yes, I would go for the try Stayman and see if you've got a fit in either major.
It's just that 6 no trump scores better than 6 of a major, so it's only worthwhile if you're going to get an extra trick, isn't it, in the major?
That's true. I mean, I recommend that, and I think I heard David Bird say something along similar lines, that you sort of don't worry about that too much. Generally speaking, if you've got an 8-card fit in a major, you're better off playing it in the major than in no trump. But certainly it might not have been the case.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, thank you.
I recommend you generally go for the look for an 8-card fit if you have one, unless maybe this hand is really balanced and maybe your 4-card major, you've only got 1 and it's not that strong. So
fine. Yes, thank you.
I think that's a good point. Good case for bidding Stayman.
Great, thank you.
Thank you, Fiona. Any other comments or questions on that one? So that was the idea of that one. Let's have a look at another one where South is dealer, and South, you've got 13 points. And although you've got a 5-card spade suit, this is a kind of hand where I would suggest you don't bid 1 spade. Because the suit is so weak, you bid 1 no trump instead. The problem with opening 1 spade is that if, for example, your partner responds 2 clubs, you then have a difficult rebid. You'd have to really bid 2 spades, which with such a terrible suit, you don't really particularly want to. So this is a kind of hand where even if you generally open 1 no, even with a 5-card major, I think I would open 1 no trump. Anyway, you bid 1 no trump and it gets passed out, and the opponents lead the Queen of Hearts. And let's stop again to make a plan. And just like before, we're going to count our top tricks. So take a minute and count how many top tricks you have, and I'll launch a poll in a moment and you'll be able to answer how many top tricks you think Declarer has. That's tricks you can win right away without the risk of losing the lead. Here comes the pole. Nearly everyone has answered that, and it's almost unanimous. Virtually everyone has gone for 4. Yeah, 96. One person said 5, so that's good. And let's go back and have a look at it. Yes, you've got 2 hearts, 1 diamond, and 1 club. And obviously, you're going to hope to make more tricks. And it seems like the best source of tricks is going to be in clubs. We've got all the top clubs except for the king. So we're going to try to make as many clubs as possible. Now, there are 2 ways of thinking about the clubs. Sometimes with a hand like this, you might think about finessing, in other words, leading from dummy and hoping to win with a jack. The problem with this hand is the lack of entries to the north hand. You only have 1 entry, the king of hearts. So you really need to preserve that to get to dummy so that you can run the clubs, assuming you can set them up. So that's what we need to do on this hand. And the first key play here is to win this one with the ace. Don't try to win it with the king, because you need that as an entry. Win that one as an ace. And now we're going to give up on the club finesse. We're just going to give up to the king. We're going to play the ace, and we're going to play the jack. And actually, here we're coming up to another key decision, which is that we have to think about whether we need to overtake, and we have to overtake this one. If I bring up the GIB button, you see GIB is telling me now that to make my contract, I have to overtake with the queen so that I can still carry on in clubs. That's if the opponents don't take their king. So the right play here is not to play low. If I play low, there's a danger they'll let me win that one, and then I'll struggle to take those club tricks. So I've got to overtake it. They will probably take their king at that point. And let's actually bring up the 4 hands at this point. So now I'm in good shape because I've got the king of hearts, and I'll be able to use that to get to dummies clubs. Now, at this point, East might decide maybe we should try to cash some tricks of our own, and maybe we should lead a suit that dummies weaken. They might realize they might need to switch to a spade, and if they do play spades, we can take at least a couple of tricks. Interestingly, at this point, East knows where all the spades are. East knows there are no more spades except in the south hand. And although you might be tempted to take your jack of spades, if I click on that, you'll see that the computer is telling you that if you play your jack, declarer can make 1 over trick. That is because you'll set up the 10 of spades for declarer if you play another spade. So it's best not to play another spade, maybe switch to a diamond, but declarer can now get in, cross over to the king of hearts, and cash those 3 clubs. And that will probably be it. The opponents will get in and take the last 2 tricks. But you'll make your 7 tricks. You've made your 4 top tricks, and you've made another 3 clubs. So that one was also about establishing the suit, and also there thinking about your entries to dummy. So I suppose the warning sign is anytime you have a hand with very few entries like this and a long suit, you need to think about keeping the entries so that you'll be able to run that suit. Do let me know if you have any questions about that. And we'll have a look at just one other example, a couple of other examples. Here's a hand where North has opened 2 diamonds. That's a weak 2, showing something like 6 to 10 points with a good 6-card diamond suit. And South has got 18 points. So even though, you know, you're hoping you're able to take some diamonds here, and I think 3 no trump is a good bet there. So you bid 3 no trump, that ends the auction. The opponents lead a spade, and there indeed you see dummy comes down with 7 points and a good diamond suit. And again, we're going to start off by counting our top tricks we can definitely make. And we'll just do it without a poll. We've got 2 spades, 1 heart, that's 3 tricks. We've got 2 diamonds and 2 clubs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We start off with 7 top tricks. And I think by far the best option for more tricks is going to be in diamonds. So if I can set up that diamond suit, I should be able to make a number of extra diamonds, and that's going to be my best option. Now, the problem on this hand is that North has no entries outside of the diamond suit. So if we do a little calculation, I've got 6 diamonds there and 2 in my hand. So we've got 8. The opponents have got 5. So someone has got at least 3 diamonds. That means if I cash the ace and king, that will be it, because when I play a 3rd diamond, they'll get in and I won't be able to get back to dummy. So the solution, as I'm sure many of you can see, is that you have to duck a diamond. You have to you're not going to make all those diamonds, and your only good chance here is to give up a diamond early on. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to win that first one, and then we're going to play a diamond, and we're expecting to lose this. We're going to deliberately lose that trick. The opponents win that one with a jack. Let's suppose they play a spade back. Now we play a last diamond for our hand. And if everyone follows, we've now played 8 diamonds have gone, and now the rest of our diamonds are good. We can play the king, drawing the opponent's last diamond, and those little diamonds are all good. So we'll take those diamonds, okay, and see what else we can get. Any more tricks. We will. We'll probably won't. We'll play just bring up the 4 hands at the end. Whatever we play now, unless your opponents have thrown away all their clubs, they'll get in and we'll be able to take a spade. We'll make 10 tricks on this one, whereas if we go back to the point where we led the first diamond, if we make the mistake here of winning this, the computer is saying that we'll go down 1, whereas we can make an over trick if we play a low diamond. All right, any comments or questions, just let me know. And one last variant of this hand, this is a very similar to the last hand. We need to set up the diamond. So the opponents lead a spade, which we win. And suppose we start off by leading the jack of diamonds. What should West play here? Well, West, you might think, well, if I play the queen, it will lose to the king, so I don't want to do that. But in fact, it's very important to play your queen there, because if you don't play a high card, Declarer will let the jack run around and actually win that trick, and then they'll be able to play the rest of the diamonds and they'll make all the diamond tricks. So it's actually important, and I'll click on the GIB link to say that you should play your queen here. And if you play the queen, it's actually very important for Declarer not to try to win that, to let them have it. In other words, again, if I click on that link, it's saying if I play the ace or king, I'll be defeated. So West is right to play the queen, but Declarer must not try to beat it. Let them win that one. Whatever they come back with, I've still got a stopper, and I can do as I did last time, playing the ace and the king, and now all the diamonds are set up as well. So just the same as last time, I'll be able to make 10 tricks, I think, using the last 2. Okay, so just watch out for that kind of situation. If the jack is played, you want to play your queen, but the declarer should resist the urge to beat it. Okay. Any comments or questions on any of that? That was really all I wanted to talk about today, just some examples of establishing suits in no trump. And the key things to think about are, how are the missing cards likely to divide, and situations where you need to worry about the entries, where you have a lack of entries to the hand with a long suit. Okay, so we'll end the talk there, apart from asking if there's anyone else who needs a partner for this evening. If you could unmute yourselves and we'll try and pair you up. All right, but the rest of you, I'll say goodbye.
Tony, it's Dennis. I need a partner for tonight.
Dennis. Hello, Dennis.
Hi.
Hi, Dennis.
Hi.
Can I play with you? It's Berta.
Yeah, certainly. Yes. Yeah. That'd be good. Yeah.
Okay.
Great.
Yes.
Okay. So see you at the
Okay.
table.
Yeah. See you at the table.
Okay.
We'll catch up then.
Thanks.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyone
Lovely.
else?
Okay. Excellent.
And you still need a partner.
Yes, please.
Is there anyone else there?
Yes, I'll play with you, Andrew.
Who is it?
Marilyn.
Marilyn.
Okay, thank you, Marilyn.
Okay, great.
Okay, see you at the table.
All right.
Okay, log
Thank you all very
on a bit
much.
early. Sorry, Andrew,
No,
log on a
it's
bit
early.
early.
No,
And we
I
can
will log
talk
in
about it.
and then I'll go and have my dinner.
Yeah, okay, we can talk about
Okay
what we're going to
then.
do. All right.
Okay.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you very
Bye.
much.